If you want to be a troll and harass people, the right is where you go. Conservative circles is where you can find a lucrative home. I mean, it brought Marjorie Taylor Greene out of obscurity from the sewers of QAnon conspiracy to the halls of Congress. And that is exactly what Laura Loomer, who is a racist, xenophobic puke, what she hopes for. She's already tried to run for Congress and end up in the same hallowed halls of democracy that Marjorie Taylor Greene has found herself. In fact, they clash. They're feuding now. And because they troll so hard, it becomes a full-time job for them. Laura Loomer especially, where she believes that now she is a journalist. She is a self-described investigative journalist, digging up the hard truths, I guess. When in actuality, she is nothing but a hateful, disruptive troll, stalker, harasser. And there's a weird thing that happens on the right where there's this expectation that people should address you and deal with you as though you're a serious person with serious intent and any credibility whatsoever. And this is what happened yesterday in the circus-like atmosphere outside the courtroom where Donald Trump is being tried as the criminal that he is. Laura Loomer was dispatched, not on her own though, by Steve Bannon to harass and stalk the media. And there's a clip here, and this is under the guise of journalism with Steve Bannon's show that she's trying to interview Kaitlan Collins from CNN, where she is stalking her, harassing her, to the point where finally Kaitlan Collins gets to her destination, which is behind a guarded corral of journalists, and she's able to get away from Laura Loomer. But watch this exchange and then listen to her when she throws it back to Steve Bannon on his live show on America, Real America's Voice, the War Room show or whatever. And it is self-aggrandizement, but really the intent here, the entire goal is to create more chaos in an already chaotic environment. Watch this.
The other day you had a retired U.S. federal judge on your show, and you were asking her about the motion that was filed by President Trump and his legal team about whether or not Judge Merchan should recuse himself, right, over his daughter's conflicts of interest. What do you think about that? I saw that the judge actually said that the motion was pretty strong, but you didn't really have much to say.
We had her on the show, didn't we?
Yeah, but you didn't really have much to say when she said it was strong. You think that Judge Merchan should recuse himself? Doesn't want to answer the question? No? All right, well, as you can see, that's Kaitlan Collins from CNN. She's one of the biggest Trump haters out there, and she doesn't want to answer the question.
Laura Loomer, you're live from Lower Manhattan. Why won't Kaitlan Collins answer? She runs her mouth all the time on CNN. Why won't she ask a couple of very straightforward questions from you, man?
Yeah. Look, Steve, no one wants to get Loomered, right? As President Trump said at Mar-a-Lago last week. And it's true. Look, Kaitlan Collins and all these fake news media frauds, they love running their mouth. They want to say, oh, we got to get Trump. Trump is bad. Trump's guilty. They say all of these nasty, terrible things about President Trump. But then when you catch up to them, like I did with Kaitlan Collins from CNN this morning, probably one of the biggest Trump-hating mouthpieces for the left-wing media, she has nothing to say. When I said my name, you see the smile on her face quickly dissipated, and then she ran away.
That's desperation to be famous, desperation to be well known. She's trying to make loomered as a verb work. Nobody wants to get loomered. Kaitlan Collins is in no way, shape, or form one of the biggest Trump haters. You may not know this about Kaitlan Collins, but she used to work for the Daily Caller, Tucker Carlson's, the media outlet, the news organization that was founded and started by Tucker Carlson. She's not some wild liberal, some leftist. And I would venture to say that she holds some pretty conservative views. But she's a journalist, and up to this point, I think she's done a good job. I think they've thrown her into the deep end without her really truly being ready. And there's been moments that has shown. Different town halls and such. Donald Trump especially. But I think she does a good job. More importantly, though, let me say this. Just because someone walks up to you on the street asking you questions, what obligation do you have to answer those questions? If Laura Loomer was to walk up to me demanding answers to questions, I would ignore her in grand fashion. Maybe I'd make some content out of it. But I have no obligation to answer some wild maniac's questions as they follow me on the streets, stalking me, harassing me. Who do these people think they are? It's this weird debate bro culture on the right. I mean, I just played a voicemail a couple weekends ago where I have a guy who is readily, steadily, consistently calling me, demanding that I debate him on my platform because he doesn't have a platform. And it's the same thing with this. She is demanding the time, the attention of someone more notable, more credible than she is. It really is. A case study could be done of these types, starting with Laura Loomer and branching out, and there will be common, consistent themes that run between all of them. Clout chasers, fame chasers, trolls, and then, you know, your fascistic types who are here for the end of democracy in America. And certainly Laura Loomer is one of those. Anyway, what do you think? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Smile dissipated and she ran away. Come on, man. If you appreciate what I do and you'd like to help support this work, help me make these videos, click the join button below this video. Become a channel member for $2 a month. You can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. $2 a month, same deal there, just a different platform. Absolutely helps support this work here. Follow me on social media. I would love to see you there. At Dollemore is where I am everywhere. Be genuine. Don't stalk and harass people that aren't owed your attention, or whatever. Take care of one another.